So here's your 8th video. Let me get along with my 8th video on your syllabus. And this is the persuasive speech. This is going to be your hardest speech. You are trying to get your audience to change its mind about something, or you are trying to get your audience to do something. And if you don't do that from the beginning to the end of your speech, from the intro to the conclusion of your speech, then you're just giving an informative speech. So you want to convince us, your audience, to either do something or change its mind about something. You know, for example, I think that voting is really important. And right now we're coming up on election time. Let's see, when this is due, we probably already had election, right? Let's see, yeah, we've already had election. But it's really important to get out there and vote. We can change our country by voting. And don't feel like your one vote doesn't count, because it does. It does. We're a representative democracy. We're not a true democracy. We're representative because we vote for representatives to represent us, either in city councils or in the city, the mayor, or in our state. You know, and then we vote on the governor, and then we have Congress, we have the House of Representatives, and then we have the Senate, and then we have the President. And we can change all of this. We can make it. And I hope that when, so you now know who I voted for, but I hope that when you hear this, why my vote counted and we got rid of Trump. I hope we've got a better president. And so what I'm doing with this speech is I'm trying to convince you to get out there and vote. That's what I'm doing. I don't have any opinions from other sources, but that's, the beginning of my speech, and this is a 3-minute speech. All right, so let me go back to this. It can be given as an individual. I put down as a group, but forget about that. It can be given as an individual speech, or that friend of yours. You can do it, the two of you together, and you have to have at least 3 facts from 3 different reputable sources: newspapers, news magazines, textbooks, or nonfiction books. And if you do this speech with a friend, then that person has to have his or her sources too. You can't use the same sources. You have to have 3 different sources for one person, and then 3 different sources for another person. And then use the facts to back up your argument in your speech. If you say, here are my facts, and I disagree with my facts, that's okay. Then you say, this is what I believe. These are my opinions. But the facts are saying this, but these are my opinions. So you can have your own opinions in this speech along with facts, and you can disagree with the facts, or you can agree with the facts. And like I say, well, I've already said that about your friend. And then the speech is 3 minutes long per person. 3 minutes long per person. So if you go under 2.5 minutes, I start deducting points. If you go over 3 minutes and 10 seconds or 3 minutes and 20 seconds per person, then I start deducting points. No outline is required on this speech. And then you turn in your research at the time of your speech in the module that explains how to turn in your research. And then the due date is December 8, and then the last day to turn it in on December 18. And then after that, I start turning in the grades, after the 20th or on the 20th. All right, so that does it for the speeches. This is how I grade your outlines and your speeches. So I'm going to end this one a little short, and then I will go into the next video on how your instructor grades your outlines and your speeches.